Not yet. Now we are. Now we're live.
Live. Ooh, that was a slow roll to the live. So first of all, I still think you should have made your famous omelets and called this like dummy brunch or breakfast with the dummies or something.
Yeah, could be.
If you did that, I might come over and eat.
We might try to make this Saturday morning a thing.
Right.
So we used to go live Sunday afternoons, Sunday evenings. Just everything started to get in the way. We kind of fell out.
And not in a dirty way.
We just realized, though, hey, we need to do more lives. Maybe early Saturday morning is our best option. And I think so.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, we looked at Saturday afternoon first, and I thought, well, that's fine for now. But once summer rolls around, you'd be doing yard work, housework, all kinds of stuff. So let's go earlier.
Right. So, I might be out using the chainsaw or something, doing man labor.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, I'd probably be vacuuming the floor.
But no, 9:30 Saturday mornings we'll probably look at. So hopefully just watch. Day's just getting started.
Hit the bell.
I'm not going to drink like 4 or 5 whiskeys, Saturday morning. So.
Right. And then I've got Saturdays. I usually have a live board game show at 11. So we can't go too much into the late morning because then I'm hitting on that. Happy New Year, dummies. Whoo, Paul Ellis. Like that thumbnail he had there.
I'm just highlighting some here. You don't have to.
I like it. I like commenting on their thumbnail. They went to some trouble to do it. I like to comment on it.
So I did have my wife come down. She poured me something blind here. And then I've got a sample from the beaver sitting over here too. If I get through this one to move into, we'll see. It seems like I'm starting to get a little bit more and more hints of this and that. So I've got good feelings.
Goodness. Brandon's watching with a headache.
Oh, too much Lagavulin? Is that what he says?
Yeah. Yep. Burning stuff. Yeah.
New coins that are available. They're not numbered, just a small batch of coins. Little ode to 2020 in there.
Right. The other side isn't safe for children. You got to go to the website if you want to see it and order it. We'll say a couple guys. Well, I got the one coworker that has a show that loves whiskey that's on. And when he got a couple, then a couple other people showed up and were like, hey, I want one of those. And I go, well, the back of the coin is a stylized version of Scott's Lone Soldier. Can you handle it? And they're like, I can handle it. Give it to I want two of them. Which you stylized at the age of 7 from Clyde
the orangutan.
Right.
Clyde the orangutan taught me how to give the finger.
Yeah, it's 1970s style. Janis Joplin. It looks like Janis Joplin style to me. That's what I'm like, woo. See, the biggest thing I remember about Clyde was when he would shoot him with his finger and he'd drop like he'd been killed. I was like, oh, that's hilarious. I want a monkey, which I now know it's an orangutan, but I was 6 or 7. I was like, I want one of those guys.
We did go live. So last weekend we went live and showed the coins, the ode to 2020 coins, and we've had 132 orders come in. That's what I worked on most of last weekend.
Yeah,
and we've sold 222 of them. So,
wow.
Yeah, they won't last long.
Add another 6 because a little pack I had. So
we're still debating if the initial order that we have here we may stick with, and then if there's still more demand, we may alter the coin a little bit and maybe do another order. We're still debating what we'll do there. So
right, Nurse Dave, we're coming on early. We wanted to get a show on. I got a live board game show at 11, so we were like, let's just do it now. Let's do this one now. So, and for our folks over in Europe, it's actually not that early.
That's right. Midday for them. Let's see what I'm getting on what the wife poured me here. So,
yes. Now I watched her come in and pour that, and I told her good choice. So,
well, I'm not getting any peat. I can tell you that much.
Oh, okay. Good.
But nothing distinguishable past that.
Okay. This one's a good noser. So
maybe very light fruit.
Okay. Major Maduro says it's 4:32 p.m. where he is. I'm guessing Maduro, I'm going to say Portugal. I don't know, man. I don't know. Say where you're from if you wish. Navarro says, hola, mi amigos. Quiero una botella de Eleanor. Ooh.
That's higher ABV, it feels like. It's very fruity. No peat. Feels Scotchish, not bourbon. Sweet and fruits, I can tell you that much.
Wow, you are doing good. You're doing good. I can tell you just from I have had this one that you're trying.
Yeah, my wife showed you what it is, so you know. I don't yet. It's written down on a card over here. Now, why do you have the double single beside you?
Well, that was the second. No, that was the second one you tried in your experiment of your 70 some days of no taste, no smell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's Compass Box, and you nailed it as Compass Box when you did it. Now, this is one of my favorites, if not my favorite Compass Box. My problem is
oh, you muted yourself.
Look at that. It literally hit the mute button with the mic. Or with the bottle. That was crazy. See, the bottle does not want to be opened yet. It was like, don't do it. Clap. And hit the mute button. But Scott nailed the citruses in this and nailed that it was Compass Box. And I actually thought your taster was maybe getting ready to turn back on because that was pretty good. I don't think if I had this, my taster's back. And if I got it blind, I'd be like, it's phenomenal. Don't know what it is. So I thought you did great on that.
Yeah, and Tom R says, how do I get Scott's wife to blind pour some rum? She could, because I've told her the whole room, as long as the bottle is open, she can pour anything that's in here. So my rums and my tequilas are sitting up there. I told her there's bottles over here. There's some over here. I said, anything that's opened up, you can pour. No.
Hold on. You're saying there's bottles over there and over there?
There. Everywhere except for this wall over here, pretty much.
I will tell you, side story. Bruno does make one hell of a breakfast. We used to work on a special team that got off at 3 a.m. And the guys would be like, we got to go to your place for omelets. And he'd be like, yeah, let's do it. And I'd be like, really? We're going to do omelets at 3:30 in the morning? He's like, oh, yeah. And then it was awesome. It's that time in the morning where nobody's up. You know, you might see like the paper thrower. Those guys aren't hardly around anymore driving around. But we were up. We were eating omelets, and he was just going to town. I was like, these are phenomenal. He's like, right. So they are good.
Let's see, I added a couple drops of water. This is a higher ABV, it feels like.
You're doing good. It's 1536 in Yorkshire, England. He's on his third dram. Sweet. All right, let me pour some of mine. Let me turn that one back off. So kind of what I wanted to do is Scott can't taste. So I wanted to taste things that Scott loves. So I'm starting off with the Macallan number 4 edition, which I'm going to pour one for myself. And I'm going to enjoy what Scott cannot. So notice the rhyming alliteration. If I can find a glass, there's a clean one.
We do have the new one as soon as my taste buds get back to number 6, edition 6 to test.
They didn't have as many of that one out, did they?
I'm not sure actually on the numbers.
All right, I'm curious about that one.
I know. Me too. You too.
I know, and I'm going to put out a solo show. I've got a bunch of sample bottles from Iron Root on what they've got coming, and I've been holding on to it, hoping Scott's taster would come back. He said, "Do it. Just go in and do it." So I'll probably film that this week.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how long? I've got a bunch of bottles over here we need to get to, but
I know. GCAP says omelets at Scott's house. Let's go. I have the let's go part. It is a good time.
I think my omelets are better now than they were back then too.
Woo. I was young then though. Just having fresh eggs in an omelet with meat was good. I was like, what is this?
Okay, this is it's very fruity. I am getting a little bit of vanillas now, little creams.
Ooh.
Sweet, high ABV.
Ooh, keep going. You're dialing in.
Well, yeah, I'm getting a little bit more. I can tell you all that, but so I think that's an improvement.
That is.
I'll find out what it is.
I'm telling you, that's.
I mean, I can't tell you what it is. I could guess. I mean, because I know, you know, if I wanted to guess like a single malt high ABV that's ex bourbon cask, I've got a Glenlivet, Enigma.
All right. So I'm going to tell you, you're like Sherlock Holmes here. You've got the high ABV. You said you got the vanilla, which you then took as, hey, ex bourbon cask. You were dialed in. What else did you have? Those are good.
Oh, it could be an SMWS bottling.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty much, you know, some light fruits. There's some sweetness. I got the little bit of vanilla and a little bit of cream, high ABV. So,
yeah, I like your cream call. And I do wish your stuff was back because you once handed me a glass of this and I was like, ooh, whoa. So it is fighting through to you and you're getting it.
Is it good cop, bad cop? It is.
Exactly.
SMWS, good cop, bad cop.
Yep. Strong vanillas on that one. Strong. That is the bottle that got me to, because usually from SMWS, I'm buying peated stuff. Yeah. Good call. Yeah. I'm usually getting peated stuff. And we were filming a show and my boss actually called and I had to take the call. And while I'm working through that, Scott just hands me a Glencairn with some whiskey in it. No idea what it was. And I was like, whoa. And he was like, yeah. And then I sipped it and I was like, whoo, it's like a Mexican vanilla explosion going on here. And I called SMWS, I think the next day, ordered my own. And then I said, hey, I need to branch out. I've been getting your peated whiskeys, which are phenomenal. But that was some new flavors there that it was.
Now, did you get a good cop, bad cop, or I thought they were out when you went to order?
No, I got the good cop, bad cop. You followed up good cop, bad cop with that Sherried expression, the Oloroso one that was unbelievable. It topped.
Oh, that's right. That was like an 8-year-old Craig Ellicky.
Yes, and I tried to get that, and that was gone. And then, yeah. And
happiness is a warm bung.
That was it. It was a little dirty. A little dirty.
Yeah, good cop, bad cop surprised me. I strictly only ordered that just based on name. There could have been any kind of whiskey. It could have been a rum. I would have ordered it, right?
Yeah, right.
So I didn't know what to expect with it. Really just ordered on the name. And it's a Bunnahofen. Or no, not a Bunnahofen. I don't even remember now. Cask number 84 is the it's 84.34. It's not a well-known distillery. But 11 years old, Speyside, and 61.3%. Didn't know what to expect. Like I say, ordered strictly on the name and was just blown away by it. I was like, I should have got 2 or 3 of those.
Yep. And then I called in and got one of those, and then they didn't have the bung. And I even asked, can you search around? I mean, really take a look. And they were like, well, we'll look, and then they said no. And I said, well, send a good cop, bad cop, because the vanillas there are so good. So yeah, when Mandy was pouring that for you, she was like, I couldn't see the lettering, but I was like, yeah, I mean, that's a good call on the SMWS. And then she kind of said, on this, she gave me a little hints what it was. I said, oh yeah, that's a good one.
Now let's just test to see if I was lucky. This is from the Beaver. I grabbed a sample beforehand too. I haven't looked to see what it is.
First of all, I like how you got a man hand on it.
Yep. So I don't inadvertently see something.
I'll see it, baby. I'll have it up and I'll be like, dang it, I just saw what the blind is. I can't do it now.
Okay, I'll try not to. I'll show you guys what it is. I won't look at the chat. Let me close this chat. What? And then, so you guys know what it is.
Look at this.
Can you see it?
Yeah, kind of spin it a little bit that way. Keep going that way. Yeah, we can see it now. Nice.
Okay, I'm not looking.
Nope, Beeve's a good guy. We can see your eyes are averted. We can see it. Okay. They got it. Nobody put that in the chats.
Yeah. Well, no, you guys can talk about it. I'm going to turn it off here. So I can't see the comments. There. I can't even see the comments. So
hold on. There's one. This has nothing to do with what you got. Tom R has.
Nope. Oh, okay.
No, Bart asking for them to do a special search for the bung. Ellipsis. Sounds dirty. Yeah, that whole bottle was special.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this, like expected, this edition for Macallan is still phenomenal. I get all kinds of nut and spice on it. It's very good. Very good.
Okay, so the sample from the Beeve. Nothing on the nose.
Really?
Yeah.
Just so people know why he's sniffing, I'm not done yet with this number 4, but I've got the Port Charlotte, the Peat Project. We're going to try that one a little bit. I think this one, is this organic? No, I guess not. And then I literally had this pulled out, the Blackadder, the Peat Reek Raw Cash. You got to go last with this one because this will blow my palate once I get in there. This has a little bit of the charcoal in it and everything else. So
both good.
Oh yeah.
That Peat Project was a dusty find, wasn't it?
I think so. I can't. It's hard to tell. I keep those tins. Those dusty old tins are kind of cool. I like them. So,
all right, I'm going to go in on the palate here. I'm not getting anything distinguishable on the nose.
The Beeve is a good guy. I'll tell you that.
Ooh, well, that really about the same as the other one. Higher ABV, vanillas, creams, citrus. Probably real similar casking.
Really?
There's a little bit of tropical. Feels from Scotland or single maltish.
Okay. So you're getting some barley.
No. I don't know how to tell. It's just when I've had bourbons, the corn just gives a different mouthfeel without the taste buds.
Really? You might be picking up some extra new skills.
Yeah, could be. That's what someone had asked about. And I was like, I think this could actually help fine tune some things and just help pick up some of those fainter hints of things.
That's a good positive way of looking at it.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, because boy, if your mouthfeel were able to distinguish by kind of flavor texture, that would be neat. Neat? I don't know. That would be interesting, maybe.
Boy, that's very nice as well. As the good cop, bad cop. Very nice mouthfeel.
So this Peat Project,
getting a little bit tropical. A little bit of tropical notes in there with it.
This Brook Lottie Port Charlotte, the Peat Project. It's interesting. The that Isla peat's in there, but it's a soft, dusty peat with a lot of vanillas, and even like maybe a little touch of a floral scent. Nothing overpowering or anything, but that's interesting. A little vanillas. I feel washed out. Maybe a little bit too much light on me there.
Boy, it's very. I'm not getting anything else in what I've given you on that. Vanillas, creams, a little tropical, citrus, high ABV.
Got it.
from the world of Scotch. I gotta look and see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Black Adder, Black Snake, vat number 3.
Right. It is not this heat leak one, but I found that interesting as soon as you showed it. So it's not what this is, but I had this set out to go last. I think no, I've got
we've got one of those. I think you have it over there. One of the Black Snakes, one of the vats.
Let me look.
I've got a couple here, but I think you've got that one over there. I don't know if it's the same one or not.
Yeah, I've got that Black Snake there. And let's see, this is vat number 4, third venom.
Yeah. So the next one, 59.7% ABV. Yeah, that's very nice. That's got a very nice mouthfeel. I don't think, are you getting any? I don't think there's any peat. I think there's some Bunahaven in that.
The way, at least the third one here, which is 60.3%, it's a vatting of cask, single malt. It's been finished in Oloroso sherry. There's no chill filtering here. I'm sure they kept with that. No added color. And that's all they say, at least on the front here. So, yeah, it's 3. Let's see. It starts its life in a first fill X bourbon. We then put 3 of them into new sherry butts, and they leave them for about a year. So, yeah, I think you're picking up a lot of those similar things, especially with the ex bourbon.
Yeah.
So, no, but back in the day, just to circle back, I'm telling you, first of all, when Scott starts cooking, he don't stop. He'll be like, here's an omelet. Do you want some special grass-fed sausage, that was prepared just for you? I'm like, well, yeah. And then you get it and you're like, God dang, this is good. And he'll be like, yeah, I found that in a little store a couple 100 miles south of here. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He's got all this, like, what? And yeah, I'm like, wow. Yeah. So it was always like, And then he'd be like, hey, you want some coffee from Tuscany? And I'd be like, Tuscany? Try that. And I'd be like, wow, this is good. It was a whole way of living.
Well, Jared Burns wants to know if we did another run of the 2020 coins or planning to modify it. He'd love a version that was maybe a little more safe for work. Well, I think the not safe for work version would still be here. The colors would probably be altered up. You'd be able to tell it wasn't the first edition.
Yeah, that might be cool.
Now, we're about due for cask 6 coins of our standard.
You know what we could do? We could have it look like it has a digitized feel to the back of the finger.
Like it's in the witness protection program.
Right. You can still kind of tell what it is, but it's like got fuzzed out. People are like, well, I know what that is. But like, well, you can't really tell. You're not sure. That might be kind of fun. Hold on. We got to, you know what? If we try that, we would have to test it dummy style. I haven't gotten to say that in a long time, actually. Thank you. So look at this, the 2020 censored coin. That would be great. I think that might be the idea for the next one. Heck, that one would be so cool. Everybody that bought the first one would be like, I got to have that one. I got to have the one that's been witness protection.
Probably could have had them at the same time. That way, if you wanted one of both or one of the other, you could do that.
It never even crossed my mind. Well, that's interesting.
I got scared too because I didn't consider shipping supplies, especially padded envelopes.
Ooh.
Luckily, Uline is pretty quick. I ordered last Saturday, and I think they got here Tuesday. So, but yeah, we ran through. Of course, I had 130 some orders, and luckily I had a good stash of padded envelopes. I was able to get that. But yeah, something we need to consider too next time is make sure we have we could have run out of shipping supplies for a few days, and everybody.
We weren't sure if we'd sell more than 20. People be like, I don't want a middle finger coin. You know what? What are you dummies? You dummy. And
I say, these were Bart's idea. I wasn't too wild about them, but he was. If you like them, they were Bart's idea. If you hate them, they were Bart's idea.
Right. Yeah. So the front's got I wanted to memorialize 2020. It was rough on the dummies. So what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think it was my last COVID comeback show where I showed it. I introed it at the beginning. I was like, hey, we got some new coins. They're 2020. I can't show you the back because it's not safe for work. And then I set it down like that. I didn't even think about it, but somebody was like, you set it down where we could see it.
Well, that was the deal. So the front, the dummies aren't happy. Usually the dummies are little dummy guys are happy all the time. They were not as happy, and they had the little black diaper on their face. Yeah.
And they're giving the one finger salute too.
Right. And I actually wasn't sure if we should have them look mean because they usually are nice. And then once we got to look at both options, we were like, yeah, they got to be upset. And then the back of it is just a lone soldier from 1972 Janis Joplin style. Boom. Just giving you the single soldier there. And it's got our dummy stamps on the side. But like what Scott's got on his shirt on the side. But if you want to look at it, if you don't mind, throw a link up in there. You guys can go to the website and take a look at it. We actually think it could get like blocked. So if someone was upset, but I like the idea of a digitized witness protection version. Maybe that's what the second one should be if we sell through the first run.
We're having a server error right now. That happens occasionally. Hopefully that gets worked out.
Oh, Leo says your supporters are naughty. No surprise. All right. Christmas on Crestline's on. Christmas, I was just telling you picked up a couple of those coins. So now Christmas is funny. He kept like the very first day I see him on the job, he's like, here's your money. I'm like, whoa, I forgot to bring the coins. Wasn't even thinking about it. He's like, well, take the money. I'm like, I'll forget. And Christmas doesn't forget nothing, first of all. And then I said, I'll bring them. And then the next day he's like, here you go. I'm like, dang it. He's like, man. He's like, I don't think you want to get rid of them coins. And then finally yesterday he wandered in. I'm like, I got him. He's like, whoa, now I'm surprised. So, yep.
Hey, we're coming up on the 30-minute mark, which was our goal to shut it down at 30 minutes. Bart will sometimes like to keep going.
Oh, I would, but I do have a show at 11. So Bart,
we'll sometimes we plan lives and we agree ahead of time. We're like, hey, let's just do 20, 30 minutes and call it. Bart's like, yeah, good idea.
Do it.
And then we'll be live, and I'm like, hey, it's 30 minutes. And Bart's like, let's keep going.
Yeah, the show's hot. The show's hot. Christmas on Crestline just tuned in, and he's saying stuff. We got to stay on. Stay a little longer.
Actually, hopefully this weekend all our stuff comes down too. My wife was out of town last weekend, so we didn't get ours taken down, but we'll probably get started on that anyway.
I actually, my wife, I refused to put them up, so she pays a guy because I told her, I said, "You've seen my stories. I'll fall off the roof and be dead for Christmas." And she was like, "Oh," I was like, "It could happen." You know, I would have some hijinks if I got up on the roof.
Tell the story when you hopped off your porch the one time, just jumping.
Oh, and yeah.
Apparently, you're older than you remembered.
Yeah, they were building the house, and so they were laying the foundation for the porch, but they didn't have the steps in yet. It's only like a 4-foot drop. So my boy came up, he was all of 5. So I jumped off the porch doing like this Hulk Hogan kind of and I landed and did this like deep crouch. Whoo! The pelvic floor just about fell out. I was like, oh my God, what was that? And he's like, what? I'm like, some part of my body hurt that I didn't even know existed. What the heck's going on there? So a 4-foot drop, that was it. There's no coming off the top rope for me. I was like, there, I like Go Habs. Go Habs calls it. Look at that, Habs. Bart likes to keep going. I like it. So here's this, though. I will tell you, so a little bit of tidbit, just in case, Bonding with Board Games, I'm going live with actually a guest host out of, forget where he is in California. He's coming on. But we're doing a top 5 games that you can play with your kids or your grandkids. So it's not a typical wargaming deal. It's a great way to actually teach your kids all kinds of things about losing and taking turns and how to properly win, all kinds of stuff. So, but we'll be doing that at 11 from probably 11 to noon. But that's bonding with board games if you're interested in that.
Nobody cares.
Some do. Someday I get a little bit of crossover.
Cares.
A little bit of crossover. Our music man did our music for my show, and then he came on and did the music for this show as well. So, although some people don't like my my solemn, he calls it like ode to Lefroy or something. It's kind of the sad ballad that I do at the end of my quick hitters.
All right, 10 o'clock. Right. Thanks, everybody tuned in.
Ooh, Scotch It, you Scotch gods.
Sláinte. Dummies.
Good job. Maybe that taster's almost back. You're getting good.
Mm-hmm.
Getting good.